we are back in the garage. So, give you a bit of an update. I'm just holding my tripod because I can't be bothered. The chopper is nearly done. We're just waiting for a few last little bits. I've also got a couple of little exhausts down there, just because the exhausts are horrendous. So we've got a couple of little end cans, little cocktail shaker end cans that need a bit of work, but we'll get on there, paint them black. So that's where we're at with the chopper, and again I'm just waiting for a few little bits. But that leaves this bit spare, so it's time to start the next project. I think for the next one we have got a Yamaha TW125. Here it is. Now, as with everything, it's a half finished project, half started project, half something project. As you can see, engines here. I don't even have all the engine parts, so I don't know what we're going to do with that. Somebody started to turn it into a bit of a cafe racer. This isn't the fuel tank for it. Don't have the fuel tank for it, so somebody started turning it into a cafe racer. So I think we'll keep it. I don't know, I quite like the look of it. Maybe I'm thinking green with the brown seat. I think somebody suggested that on the chopper project, so I'm thinking green and brown seat. Well, that's a long way off. It is just a bit of an off-road bike. Now, I'll try and stick a picture up, just a Google picture of what they look like originally. It has a great big sort of massive back tyre and a little bit off-roady. So I came across it, as we always do. Somebody needed a bit of space in the garage. Dan, do you want this? Yeah, no worries. So it actually owes me, as it sits here currently, nothing. And that's the best sort of projects, if you ask me. So plan is we're going to lay it all out, see what we've got, and then start putting it together. We're going to dry build it, so we'll put it all together with what we've got, and then we can make a list of what we need and go from there. So yeah, this is the next one. Let's get into it, Okay, right, we've barely laid it out a little bit now. So frames over there, got some engine covers, bottom end it looks like we're missing all the top end of the engine, so that's going to be a problem, but we'll work that out. Exhaust, I mean this thing's probably, that's horrendous, there's not even anything in it, so we may have to think of another can, but that looks hilarious. So exhaust, that's all the original wiring with the headlights and indicators and everything. It has got these little small indicators half fitted on, so they might stay. We have a couple of powder coated parts here for the frame, so we'll open them up in a minute. New tail light there, and a light unit at the back, so there's a bit of a choice. Somebody spent some money on it, so there's a bit of a choice. Somebody sort of half made a bit of a template. It will potentially sort of live in there, don't know, but it's there. Front end's there, so we've got some suspension forks, front wheel and front mudguard, front and rear brakes, well, levers and things, and then we've got a couple of boxes. So what I might do is just put you up while I'll go through a couple of these boxes. It's a 2002 bike as well, so there's the number plate, shut that up there. So yeah, let's go through these boxes and see what we've got. Here we go, box number one. And in box number one, what have we got? I'm going battery tray. Somebody's welded that and made that up, haven't they? That potentially lives somewhere. Anyway, put that with the powder coated parts. Powder coated parts everywhere. More little bits of powder coating. More little bits of powder coating. I don't know what they are. Well, that's the timing. That's the, I'd say, gear for the camshaft. So We ain't got that anymore. These look like engine bits, so we'll put them with the engine. Chain guard. Put that over here with the other bit of chain guard. So that can go over there. Look at them. Pro grip, motocross grips. That gets better, this. Somebody's actually spent some money here. Chuck that with front end stuff. Horn. Can go with frame stuff. It should be over there. What's this? Seat mount fastener. So that's frame. Rear brake. I've spent some serious money getting all this done. Right, powder coated rear brake. Might be a nice little bite, this. Put that with the powder coated stuff. Head gasket. I don't need that anymore, do we? Starter motor. Put that with the engine bits. I think we're going to have to buy another engine for this at some point. What's this? Side stand and stand sensor. That can go with frame bits. They're cylinder head bolts. Again, we're not going to need them because we ain't got an engine. We ain't got a cylinder head, so we've got now to bolt down. Oil filter, fuel cap, and a key. Oh, what's the guess? Is this key fits the ignition? Let's find the ignition. We're going to wonder if there's an ignition in here. Have we? Are we that lucky? Are we that lucky? What have we got? No, I don't think there is. We may stumble on it. We may stumble across it. Oh, I hope we do. Right. Oh! No. Tensioner. Chain tensioner. I don't know what they are. God knows. We'll find out. We'll find out at some point. That's all engine bits. What's in here? Rear brake sensor carrier. That'll come in handy. It's them little bits that you need. That an empty box. Thank you very much. What's this? Front axle bolts and spacer. Bolts and spacer in order. So somebody's cable tied that up. Thank you very much. Rear drum brake internals. That does not look like anything to do with the rear drum brake. There's got to be pipe there, but we'll chuck that with wheels. Pipe. Whatever type is, that's the rear drum brake lever. So that can go on there. Oh, more powder coated parts. That feels like a side stand to me. Oh yeah, side stand. Hey, look, someone's done all the hard work for us here. Oh, they've even gone to the. What's the point in doing that? Somebody's powder coated the brake shoes. Totally pointless because they live inside the drum, but never mind. That with that. What's in here? God knows, something else. Right, so, and what's in this one? Rear wheel bolt adjuster cam. And that can go with the rear axle. And then we've got a pencil. Because pencil. And we've got some more food bags. And then some little rubber bushings so they can go. There's a little box up here, we'll put them in there. And then, oh, so that is box number one. Box number one done. Right. So let's move on to box number two. Box number two. Right, what's in here? Start with this bag. Bag of bolts. Does look like the bag of bolts. So bag of bolts can go there. That's the original tail light. So that can go over there with lights. What's this? Speedo housing, do not blast. Carb. That's going to need cleaning off, isn't it? It's going to need a little bit of love. Oh yeah, stuck already. Yeah. That's going to need a full strip down, but we'll get there. Right, carb. Well, it's been in that box a long time. What's this? Something in a bag here, brand new. Turn signals, they're the other indicators. Yes, they're the other indicators, so they can go with lights. We are that that looking? Come on. We have an ignition switch. Oh, why do people do that? Why is every time I get an ignition switch, somebody's hacked at it? Anyway, does the key fit? No. What a shame. Try this one. No. Come on. We're not that lucky. We've got a switch. Nah. Well, that's a disappointment. Anyway, right, chuck that up there with handlebar stuff. What have we got here? Foot peg inserts. Frame. Rear foot pegs. Need new pins. Tail light. What is the point in that? Tank rubbers. That is the fuel tank. But, oh yeah, that is going to work for the fuel tank, so that's even better. So that can go. I'll just chuck it up there. Sorry, the order's gone out the window. What's this? Seat bracket. New seat bracket. Put out the powder coated stuff. Rear brake. What's that? HT leading coil pack. Engine. Exhaust bolts and tank rubbers. Shut that down there. What is that supposed to say? Not a clue. Bolts. More bolts. Headlight bracket. Bolts. Earth wire. Look how small that earth wire is. Electrical. Great big spider. Front axle. Right. A battery. Tiny battery. And a chain. Rear light sensor. Lights. Speedo cable. More bolts. That can go engine. That one's been powder coated, that bolt. It's nice of it. And whatever the hell that is. Don't shut them over there. Right. And a chain. I don't think we're going to be able to use that chain again, are we? We made it a new chain. Chuck that over there. So, that's it. That's it. And this is the joys of doing our finished projects, because now my nice empty space is full of crap in bags. We're missing a lot of things, but free. Why not? Next thing to do is work out how we're going to get it on the stand, because this engine is actually part of the frame, so there's nowhere to actually put the stand itself. So I shall work that out, and then we can make a start on it. But looks like it's going to be a fun one. It'll be fun when it's done. I'm just going through the bit. So what I've worked out is that is the front engine mount. The back engine mount, I'm guessing, size of that, looks like that's going to go in there. So that's the back engine mount, front engine mount. And then we can get this, just this bottom end put back on. And I think then we can get it on the frame. And get it on the frame and leave the frame sort of up this end of the garage to give me a bit of working room here, because I have got something else on the cards to be doing at the side of this. Again, some shite somebody's got in the garage, and I'm a sucker for it. So yeah, so let's do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put that engine in there now, set the frame and the seat, the tank and the seat off, chuck the engine in, and then get it up on the frame. I think that will do us and give us a good head start on this one. trouble with this pin in here, so I've had to bring a little punch home from home, so we'll put that in there and give it a whack with an hammer and that should come out, but that's what we're struggling with at the back here. So we'll just get that out and then this arm will come out a bit easier. I'm trying to be careful with the frame as well because the frame's all been powder coated looking at it, so we need to be a bit careful. I don't want to scratch everything. Anyway, I'll get this knocked out and we'll crack back on. Success. The engine is bolted back in at the back, so we can move the swing arm back up, put the pin back in and then work on mounting the front. This should then give us something to put it on the stand. So I'll chuck this front mount on now and then wheel the stand in place and sort that out. It's on, so I'm leaving it up a corner because I do need this space. I got a little bit involved. All of this needs sorting, but I got a little bit with the chopper. I had it in the middle and it was just, I couldn't get in the cupboards really, so I left it up a corner. There also may be something that's going in this space, but I'll keep you posted on that one. So it's on the ramp. I think the first thing to do will be put all the front end back on, put what we've got, sort out what we've got and put it all back together. So that'll do, I think, for this one. Yeah, thanks for joining me on yet another project. I think this one's going to be a good one.